Yo, you already know what time it is, man. I'm back with another video. And today I'm gonna be talking about WWE 2K22. Cause I see all the chaos and the disappointment that's surrounding this game. These motherfuckers had 2 years. Visual Concepts had 2 years. Technically 2 years. There was no 2K21. So we went straight from WWE 2K20, the dumpster fire, the disaster. It made for great meme content. That was WWE 2K20 to now the bare bones, mediocre piece of shit game that is WWE 2K22. The game was crashing at launch. You had almost 48 months to get all of the technical issues ironed out. What the fuck was y'all doing for over 28 months? Sitting around with your thumbs up your ass? The game still has shitty online connection issues. How? This has been something that has plagued wrestling games since the days of SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 or even 2009. You telling me a state-of-the-art wrestling game that came out in 2022 is still having the same issues? Fuck out of here. WWE 2K22 has an error code message for the PS5. A lot of people are encountering that issue. Those are supposed to be the 9th generation consoles. You would have figured Visual Concepts would have made sure the console versions, the 9th generation console versions at that, were the most ironed out versions and bug-free versions of those games. Character creation still has issues. I've heard that there's a lot of shit that's actually been taken out. So, and these motherfuckers had the audacity in the trailer to use urban vernacular, urban slang, talk about some WWE 2K22 hits different. It don't fucking hit different. It hit the fucking same. They gave y'all fucking less than that broken piece of shit game WWE 2K20. That dumpster fire. Y'all wrestling fans, y'all motherfuckers is the bro. Y'all have shit taste, bro. Y'all easily amused, bro. I remember it was a supporter of mine in my Discord that tried to really sell me on WWE 2K22. This is about like 3-4 months before it came out. And I was just like, bro, I already know the cycle. It's the same. It's an abusive relationship. Y'all motherfuckers get hyped. They come out with some little screenshots, some little snippets and shit. Y'all get all hyped because y'all see the graphics. Oh my God, look at John Cena pubic hair. Oh my God, it's in 3D. And these motherfuckers come out with the most bare bone, fucking buggy, broken game. If it's not buggy and broken, it's mediocre as fuck. Matter of fact, I've heard that people who bought new copies of WWE 2K22, they redeem code ain't even fucking working. They really think they think y'all sweet. Period. This is why I don't be wanting nothing to do with the wrestling community. They be thinking y'all sweet. How the fuck does WWE 2K22 have screen tearing issues? How do you manage to fuck that up? That should have been one of the first things Visual Concepts should have noticed. Oh yeah, it's screen tearing like a motherfucker. I heard that it's an infinite loading glitch. I don't ever remember that being an issue in any of the previous wrestling games. So it's like you fix something here and you broke something over there. This is the same perpetual cycle, man. I was hoping that y'all would have figured this shit out after like the second reset, which was WWE 2K15. WWE 2K22 is nothing but WWE 2K15 all over again. It's a reset where they took out a lot of fucking modes. Missing wrestlers. This is the first fucking thing I noticed. No Shawn Michaels, no Retro Rock. You have current Rock, but no retro Rock. Visual Concepts didn't even bother to make the most iconic Rock that there is in any wrestling game. Lita's missing. Ronda Rousey's missing. Paige is missing. Kurt Angle is missing. What the fuck? 37 of the superstars from WWE 2K20 aren't even in 2K22 because they either left the company or retired or were released from the company. Big Show is now in AEW. Christian is now in AEW. Kurt Angle is, I don't know what the fuck going on with him. Mark Henry is in AEW. These are people, Big Show and Mark Henry, I wouldn't have never fucking guessed would have joined AEW. Big Show is a WCW dude that's been with WWE for years. You know WWE fucking up when a guy that's been with your company 20 years jump ship and go join the new wrestling company. AEW's only been around for about like 4 or 5 years now. That's how you know you fucking up. No Mick Foley? He coming as DLC? That shit, he should have already been in the fucking game. Sting is now in AEW. AEW is the new WCW, nigga. AEW is the new WCW. Adam Cole, AEW. Aleister Black, AEW. Andre Adams, AEW. Bobby Fish, AEW. Curtis Hawkins, Impact. Daniel Bryan, AEW. Dash Wheeler, AEW. Eric Young, Impact. Heath Slater, Impact. Wasn't Heath Slater the one that said, I got kids? Oh my God. Carl Anderson, Impact. Luke Gallows, Impact. Matt Hardy is now on AEW. Mike Kanellis, Impact. Rusev is in AEW. Scott Dawson, AEW. Dog, this shit is so sad. Tony Ness, AEW. Zack Ryder is on Impact. The women's roster. Oh my God. What was it? Charlotte Flair was like a 90 in WWE 2K22? Becky Lynch is like the highest rated person out of the female wrestlers? I ain't like that at all. Where's Alundra Blaze? Where's Alundra Blaze? Y'all put Trish Stratus in there, but Lita's not in there. Completely absent from the game. So how could you have Trish Stratus but no Lita? Women removed from WWE 2K22. Alicia Fox, Brie Bella, Kairi Sane, Lita, Maria Kanellis, she's now on Impact. Molly Holly, Nikki Bella, Paige, Ronda Rousey confirmed as DLC. Ronda Rousey already should have been in the game regardless of what was going on with her. She's basically the equivalent of a female Brock Lesnar. You would think they'll have her in the game regardless. Batista not even in WWE 2K22 as DLC. That's my favorite wrestler next to The Rock. Ruby Riott, AEW. Sarah Logan, not in the game. Zelina Vega, I think she's with AEW now. I don't remember. Notable missing legends, Alundra Blaze. She ain't been in none of the newer wrestling games since 2K19. Bam Bam Bigelow gone. British Bulldog gone. No Carlito. Chris Jericho's now in AEW. Diamond Dallas Page last game was WWE 2K19. Dean Ambrose, of course, is in AEW. Doink the Clown was in Battlegrounds, but is confirmed as DLC. No Dave Batista. But you put him in that whack-ass broken piece of shit game that was WWE 2K20. Bro, y'all priorities all fucked up. Earthquake was in Battlegrounds. Goldust is now in AEW. Greg Valentine was in WWE 2K19. Hurricane Helms is confirmed as DLC. Ivory was in 2K19. Jacqueline was in 2K19. Jeff Jarrett is nowhere to be seen. Lex Luger was in 2K19. Mr. Perfect was in Battlegrounds and in 2K19. Rhino is now on Impact. Rick Rude was in 2K19. Rick Martel was in 2K19. Rikishi was in 2K19, but he's also coming as DLC. Sergeant Slaughter was in Battleground. Psycho Sid was in 2K19, and Stacy Keibler is DLC. Stacy Keibler as DLC, but no Alundra Blaze. Are you fucking serious? Tanaka was in the WWE 2K19. The Boogeyman was in Battlegrounds but confirmed as DLC. The DLC confirmation doesn't even make sense. Who the fuck wants to play as the Boogeyman? The Boogeyman ain't been lit since like 2007. The nigga that ate the worms and shit, that shit was nasty. That shit was like interesting for about the first, I want to say, first half of like 2007, late 2008. After that, everybody done moved the fuck on. The Great Khali is now, he's a Hall of Fame, of course, 2021. Typhoon ain't in the game. Vader was in 2K19, but is confirmed as DLC. Umaga is confirmed as DLC. What about Roddy Piper? It's Stone. I don't even remember if even Stone Cold Steve Austin is even in the game. Wrestling games are dead, bro. It's about as dead as their product. I'm not one of them overly optimistic ass niggas. Like, nah, I call shit exactly how I see it. Yokozuna was in Battlegrounds, but he's confirmed DLC is coming up. This roster is fucking weak. One of the problems that I've always had is I don't regularly keep up with wrestling like that. So I was figuring when 2K22 came out, I'm not really gonna know who none of the new wrestlers were. It's the same old, same old. I heard they took a lot of shit out of Creation Suite. So people who like to create claws and stuff like that, they got very limited tools to really do what they want to do. It's the Great Reset all over again. They hit y'all with the 2K15 all over again. All over again. Y'all keep letting this fucking weak ass wrestling company hit the reset button. This they third time hitting the reset button. Third time. If you really been paying attention and been a wrestling fan long enough, because if you remember, the SmackDown vs. Raw series was was initially what the games were called. Then when THQ was about to go bankrupt, they were moving into the first reset that was calling the games WWE and just putting a year on it. And then they would hit you with the second reboot that was WWE 2K15. This is their third time hitting the reset button, and this is a yearly annual game. Meaning every year you gonna get one of these motherfuckers. And y'all see it next to no kind of improvement. There hasn't been a wrestling game to push the needle since 2K19. And even that's debatable. So technically for a whole, since 2K15, all the way up until now, games been ass. Games is ass. One thing that always bothered me about the simulation style of the new wrestling games is wrestling is fake. It's choreographed. How are you going to simulate something that is fake? It's coordinated. Everything they do is planned. How are you going to simulate pro wrestling? It's fake. You can simulate football because it's real. You can simulate basketball because it's real. You can simulate mixed martial arts or the UFC because it is real. Wrestling is staged. The referee already calls the shots of who's injured, who's going to win. They're talking to each other the entire match. We already know this shit. Some of these shitty ass wrestlers like fucking John Cena have been caught on camera calling out spots. So we already know that it's staged. But yet the games are in this little weird gray area, like they still play in the kayfabe that it might be a legitimate combat sport, but in this at the same time they also acknowledge that it's bullshit in the same game. We need a perfect balance between simulation and arcade, and they have not found that balance yet. I seen the new Melee system, and it looks dumb. It looks dumb. Hitting fucking square, fucking triangle, that's like some fucking Dragon Ball Z Rage and Blast shit. So you dumbed down and mainstreamed the controls even more. Y'all might as well have just went back to the SmackDown vs. Raw control scheme. Because honestly, that was the most satisfying control scheme to me. That area anywhere in between, I want to say 2009 and 2011. That's felt very satisfying to play. You play these new wrestling games and it's almost like, okay, I flick the analog stick or I press a button. I press the A or the X button in any direction and do a grapple move. I could take my hand off the controller. The next 15 seconds of that animation, I'm not playing the game. So basically you're just stopping and starting animations. Not to mention that the control scheme feels so sluggish, even running around the ring. But you let these motherfucking big YouTubers, these corporate chills, they'll tell you, oh, every wrestling game is great. The overly optimistic niggas that's 9 times out of 10 being paid by when Ukes was with the company, by Ukes or Visual Concepts or a part of some type of WWE marketing team or ad marketing team. Like, I don't trust the opinions of wrestling fans. Y'all are too easily impressed. I've said that for years. I had a homie that was really trying to sell me on this, and I actually wanted this game to do good because I actually had the money to actually go get it. And I'm like, let me go see what the people saying. Let me go see what the people saying. The people are heated, and rightfully so, because this is their main form of entertainment. Me, I could live without this game. It's just funny to just poke my head in and just laugh at it. That's technically what I'm doing. I'm just poking my head in like, you niggas still suffering. You ain't learned yet. You ain't learned that stove was hot. Yeah, man, I learned. After 2K14. I learned. You ain't getting my money. But yeah, with that said, man, I'm out.